Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The world is always looked upon by us as a cause and effect relationship. And therefore, we are told the theory of karma. The theory of karma tells, according to the Hinduism, whatever we have done in our last life, we are getting joys and sorrows in this life. Whatever we are doing in this life, we will get accordingly joys and sorrows in the next life. And in this manner, this world where we are born, there is no way out of coming out of it. Narupamasseha tathopalabhyate nanto na chadir nati sampratishta ashvatthaменam svirudhamulam asanga shastrena drudhena chitva. Now this world, what we have seen in the morning class as the tree, this fig tree has got additional roots. There is main trunk, below which under the soil there are roots, and then from the branches also adventitious roots are sent, and those roots support the tree. So which are those roots? Those roots are karmanubandhini. We get caught up in the wheel of karma. We do good karma, we go to heaven. We do bad karma, we go to hell. Whether you go to hell or heaven, how long will you stay there? As long as the force of your karma is associated with you. After that force of karma is over, again you are back to the Manushya Loke in the human form. After having come over here, again we get engaged in doing good or bad karma, and in this manner there is no end, there is no possibility that we get out of this world and keep on suffering. Because we have not understood the essence of life. This is one view. According to the non-Vedic religions like Islam or Christianity, there they don't allow you to think. There is no reason why somebody is born in the house of a poor person, why somebody is born in the house of a rich person. There is nothing like that. It is like that. Very good. And then we are here only to suffer. And the more we suffer, the more are the chances to go to heaven. And the less we suffer, the less are the chances to go to heaven. Therefore, all people must suffer. And therefore, there is a constant seriousness hanging around all the time. Very serious, very serious. And after you die, then what? Then wait. There is no way out. And in this manner, this world is maintained. So, the teacher says, look here. You are committing sins and merits. Under what conditions? Think about. Don't be frightened to live in this world. When I take, suppose I am a Hindu and I am a vegetarian. And it so happened that by mistake or whatever reason, I have eaten beef. Immediately, I have committed the highest sin. Now that load of sin is so much on me that I lose interest in life. I become miserable, guilty. Now, after you have eaten anything, knowingly or unknowingly, do we have that thought that I am digesting? No. Whether it is a vegetarian food or it is a non-vegetarian food, I am digesting the food. This thought does not come in our mind. And therefore, when there is a constipation, it is not a sin. And when there is a dysentery, it is not a merit. So what do you learn from this? We learn whenever any action is associated with a sense of doership, sin or merit is produced. When actions are not associated with the sense of doership, neither there is a sin nor there is a merit. So, this is a technique of living in this world. Asanga shastrena, and this technique has to be employed with commitment, conviction and courage. Like when we take a sword in the hand to kill somebody or to cut a tree, that time, how do we apply that sword? Suppose this is a sword and this is a tree and it is to be cut. So, if I hold this sword so soft and do like this, will the tree cut? No. The sword will fall down. In the same manner, if we really want to get out of this world of relative existence, we have to be fully convinced and with courage commit to the lifestyle. So what is the lifestyle? Asanga shastrena. Live in this world in such a manner that never get attached or entangled with anything or anybody. Live happily. As long as you are with somebody, you are 100% of that body. When you go totally. See the difference? One day, one person asked me this question, Swamiji, how come when we are with you, we feel so good? I said, that is your foolishness, what can I do? No. Tell, there must be some reason. I said, the reason is, when I am with you 100%. And when I go 100%. And whenever you are anywhere 100% available, bliss is the result and love is the expression. Now our conditions are such that we are in front of the food and instead of enjoying the food, by looking at the food, we remember something else and we are dishonoring the presence of the food. I'll give an example about this. I have a friend, once I went to his house and he had a servant who cooks for him. Very nice old man. The cook is old man. And he cooks very good food. So when we went to his house, he cooked the food. But that day that dal was burned, so it was not good. So once in a while things happen. Now my friend got so angry. Why you are okay, that dal is not proper, other things you can eat. Why you have to spoil the nice dining atmosphere? He did that. Then next day, again we sat for lunch. And the lunch was really, really good. Each and every dish was great. Again he got angry. I said, now what is the reason of getting anger? He said, when you know cooking so well, why you did not cook yesterday? Hare Ram. Now see what is happening? He is not ready to remain in the present. Therefore, friends, if we really, really want to get out of this world of relative existence, world of relative existence is what? Living in comparison. We should never, never compare anything with anything or anybody with anybody. In this world, everything is unique. The moment we compare, we are caught up in labeling. This is good, this is not that good. This is important, it's not that important. See? And when we thus start living in comparisons and evaluations, labels and importance, we are caught up in the creation of mind. Therefore, to get out of it, simple technique is this. Asanga Shastrena. We have to very clearly understand, don't believe, understand that we have no choice but to remain now. We cannot live yesterday. We cannot live tomorrow. We have to live without choice only today and in today now. And if in this now we are fully available, everything is joy, everything is beauty. See? Therefore, this world is the most beautiful place, provided we have discovered the beauty in our heart. See, those people who create beautiful pieces of art out of the garbage, people throw away the things. And these people, they collect those thrown things, and out of that, they match this thing, stitch this thing, put things together, and a beautiful piece of art comes out. Because they have the vision. In the same manner, the world is most beautiful. If we are seeing ugliness and dirty in this world, something has gone wrong with our vision. And what is the correction in the vision? A very simple correction. If this world is created by God, and if that God is all beauty, all bliss, all knowledge, how in this beautiful, knowledgeable expression there will be ugliness and misery? So if we are seeing ugliness and misery, there is something wrong with us. In this manner, narupamasseha tathopalabhyate. When we look at the world with the corrected vision, then what we have imagined Then this world is very miserable and a place of all sorrows, and we are in this world to suffer. No. This negative thinking creates the bad world around us. It is something like this. We put our clothes for washing. Now, when we put our clothes for washing, is it for punishing the clothes? We put the clothes in the washing machine and then hot water and then detergent and then a high speed revolution, and when the clothes are running, we watch from outside. Now you are sent in the machine for suffering, so that when you come out, you will be put for drying. No. The purpose of exposing those clothes to that torture is not to torture, but to make them reusable. That is the purpose. So don't look at the treatment given. Look at the purpose behind. Now see, the whole life's attitude will change. But we don't understand that. We are like that small child. I don't know what is the condition here with the children. I am telling under Indian conditions. Because in India, children sleep with the parents even up to the age of 10, 12, 13. So there was a child and playing away in a lot of mud, terrible heat, and the mother is crying, "Come on, get inside the house, I'll clean you properly." Now, finally she decides, now there is only one way, pull him. So he is pulled inside the bathroom. And his child is revolting and crying and shouting. She doesn't listen to him, gives one or two left and right, puts him in the bathroom, and start putting all the water and the soap and rubbing him with the sandpaper. It is so dirty. When that is done, do you think the child will glorify the mother? He will think, if there is a devil in this world, it is my mom. But that time the mom doesn't care. Anyway, you say, I am going to clean you. And after that whole thing is done, nicely powdered, fresh clothes, a glass of hot milk, then the child is so fresh, he goes to sleep without thanking mom. But during that time, mothers are here in this world to torture the children. This is the negative way of looking at it. That almighty, loving Father is not here to torture us and send us to the hell. This view, when we will change, then we have looked at the world with a positive, creative, proper angle. Narupamasyeha tathopalabhyate. You will not see the world as a horrible place to live in. One day one person asked me this question. Swamiji, I have got a question. I said, keep it with you. No, please reply. I said, okay. Because I don't want question. Suppose somebody comes, I got a cigarette. So keep, I don't smoke. So, his question was, Swamiji, today the world has become so bad, so horrible. Is not your Krishna going to descend and set the world right properly? I said, who told you the world is very bad? He said, what more bad is required? 9/11, tsunami, and earthquakes, and at Katrina. How many things are happening? God should come, descend, and set right everything. This is the right time for him to come down. After his lecture was over, I asked him, let us analyze. Earlier, this world was not bad, according to you. Because earlier God should not have come. Afterwards, also the world is not going to be bad, according to you. Because now the world is really bad. Yes. Earlier you were not there. Afterwards you will not be there. Now you are. So what is the cause of the terrible things that are happening in this world? You are there. You get out. The world is most beautiful. Swamiji, you are putting all the blame on me. I said, yes. You are responsible for everything. Because earlier you were not there, world was good. Afterwards you will not be there, world will be good. So you are the culprit. Therefore, friends, look at the world with the eye of wisdom. It is in the same world that the great masters have lived. On the same time scale, under the same political turmoil, under all the vagaries of nature, they have not complained. They have seen the beauty in this world. Therefore, na rupamasya tathopalabhyate. What we see, ugliness, bad things in this world, they are not there. Provided we look at the world with a corrected vision. And what is the correction in the vision? Asanga shastrena drudhena chitva. Whichever we have given excessive importance, that alone has become the cause of miseries in our life. See, one day I had a watch like this, and I was in a very bad economic condition. So I sold my watch to my friend. He took it and gave me 200 rupees. And because it was now this watch, if it remains anywhere, you will know that it is my watch. You will come and say, Swamiji, you have forgotten your watch. So like that watch, it was seen with that person, but nobody knew that I had sold it out to him. And what happened? That the watch fell from his hand, and other person came and stepped on that, and it was crushed. And this was seen by another person who knew it is my watch. So he came and told, Swamiji, I have to tell you something personal. I said, tell. Not before everybody. I said, all right. What is that? Swamiji, your watch, you know that? Yes. You gave to that fellow, he fell it down, and somebody stepped, and it is totally destroyed. What I will say? Asanga shastrena drudhena chitva. I have got 200 rupees. Why should I worry about it? Had I had no 200 rupees out of that watch, I would have felt bad. Isn't it? Oh, so. But now I am totally unattached to that. Event has happened. Destruction has taken place. But I am no more associated with that object. So what is making us miserable? Not the miseries in the world, but our association with the miseries. See, you must have heard this kind of statements from your friends. There was, this Katrina when I was in USA. So I received number of phone calls and emails. So I told, I am perfectly all right, don't worry. Oh, thank God, Swamiji, you are not involved. Others are involved, who cares? See? This was the problem in the first chapter of Gita. Arjuna argues, how can I kill my guru and how can I kill my grandfather? If it is your guru and your grandfather, I don't mind killing. See? Therefore, friends, it is to be consciously recognized. Whatever we have given importance to, that alone has become a source of misery for us in our life. Now, if I have given importance to something or somebody, nobody can reduce that importance except me. See? Because I have given importance, I have to devalue. And when I devalue, then nothing in the world can touch me. So how do we do that? By recognizing this fact that the world has been always like this. There is nothing great in this world. When we hear this story about earthquake, 50,000 people died. All the petrol, gas that we have in the world today is like this alone. Some of our great-grandparents' civilizations were buried, and you take the gas, 1 liter of gas, maybe it is your grandfather in the form of the oil, and you are burning him and your car is moving. See. Therefore, friends, in this world we are for only one purpose, and that is spiritual evolution. Don't get lost in anything in this world. Live happily, do whatever you can to the best of your ability, but don't have that notion that I am going to change the world, I am going to improve the world, I am going to help the world, I want to do something for the world. One day one girl came, she said, Swamiji, I want to do something for you, please tell me what I should do. I said, will you do or not? Promise? Promise. I said, don't come again. Thank you very much. This is the highest thing that you can do for me. Disappear. Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. Therefore, if we are living in this world, recognize world is not what we see. Our world is, we have decided to see the world. You know that famous story of Layla and Majnu? Layla and Majnu is like, the Romeo and Juliet story. It's a Middle East story, a Islamic Arabic story. This Layla was a girl and Majnu was a boy, and they were in love. And their parents or the society did not want them to get married. And therefore, as a last argument, this man puts before Majnu, Majnu, you are so handsome, you are so strong, you are so educated, you are so nice. If you want to get married, these are the princes from the royal family, a dozen of them. Select one or all. They are so beautiful, they are so good, rich. This Layla, this girl that you want to marry, she is so ugly, she is so poor, there is nothing in her. Why you are mad after her? So Majnu says, to see the beauty of Layla, you require the eyes of Majnu. Now see, in that ugly Layla, Majnu has seen the most beautiful woman. Now what can you do? You can't change it. There is no logic behind it. There is no reason. Therefore, friends, we all have decided to see the misery in this world. Therefore, everywhere there is a misery. We all have decided to see that this world is a very bad place. So you see only bad things. So what is required is we have to change our vision. And when this happens, the vision is changed, perception will be changed, interactions will be changed, experience will be changed, the quality of life will be changed. This is a cycle, is a sequence, one after another. With this understanding, when we live in this world, we are living in meditation. We have no complaints. If you see the work of, let us take one example, Swami Vivekananda. He lived for very short period. He did not live old, and his creative, active life was hardly 12 to 15 years, even less than that. But the amount of work that he has left behind, which is recorded, the recorded work is so voluminous that even to read the whole thing, it is a big challenge. He did not complain. That time also, India was under the rules of Britishers. There were so many problems, political, economic, everything. And yet, out of that situation, a great world master is born. See? Therefore, friends, understanding life through meditation means let us move with this positive attitude towards the world. When you go to a person, I don't like dogs and cats and animals. I like human beings. I went to somebody's house where I had to stay. And I had no choice. And that lady has, that time it was more, now it is less. That time she had about 4 or 5 huge dogs and about 11 cats, and on the fridge there was a sticker. This house is meant to cater the needs of the dogs and the cats. If you find it inconvenient, you may leave. Now I had no choice. So I started living in that house with the cats and the dogs. When I have to live and they are her dogs and I love her, naturally her dogs will also be loved because it is her creation. If I love God sincerely, I will love His creation. See? Therefore, if we have started suspecting divinity in everything in this world is most beautiful. Now the second question that requires our understanding is the soul. Now see, in this understanding of the world, there is no place for hell and heaven. No place. When somebody tells you that you will go to hell, so you tell him that we'll meet there and discuss further. Don't be afraid of hell. There is nothing like hell in this world or hereafter. There was one person, he came, I have committed so many sins. I have killed people. I have cheated. I have done adultery. No. Please save me from going to hell, oh sir. He was blessed. My dear child, you shall not go to hell. In spite of doing so many sins, yes, you will not go to hell. Why? Where are you now? Living under the load of the guilt, carrying the frustration, living miserably. Can the hell be different than this? See? Therefore, don't get carried away by this posthumous. After you die, and then you will go to heaven. And what will you do in the heaven? I want a Coke without giving euro, okay? A third class person cannot think higher than this. Therefore, friends, close the world with this understanding. This world is divine creation. We cannot improve upon it. Everything is perfect. See the beauty and be happy. Now the second question we will take up for inquiry about what is this soul? Because you must have seen in the movies or various places they show after the person dies, then something comes out of the head, a flame without a candle. I am always worried about it, how it must be a flame without a candle. So a flame without a candle either comes out from the head or from the chest, and then that is going, that is called as a soul. I don't know what is the spelling. So it is going. It could be S-O-L-E. So that soul comes out, and then the soul is going and is searching for any other body where it can enter. Then in the womb of the mother there is a body developing, and in that body there is no soul. So this soul is searching for a body. And which body the soul gets attracted? According to the last thought. Before leaving the present body, whatever is the last thought, that last thought gives the shape to the soul. And suppose the last thought was that of a donkey. I don't know my neighbor's donkey, and you die. So the last thought was a donkey. Then your soul has taken the shape of a donkey. Like, you click the picture, you go with all smartness and everything, now I should be there like that, and then ready, and when that person is clicking, one fly comes and sits on your nose, and you say, take it out, and that is snapped. Why did you take my photograph like that? I did nothing. At the last moment, that was what was available. So with that shape, the soul leaves the body. Now where the soul will go? The soul will not go in search of the human body. He will go in search of the donkey body here and there. And the moment the donkey body enters in that, and a whole life begins.
It's your theory.
So this is how life is passed on from one body to another body. This is in Bhagavad Gita in the 8th chapter. Is it not true? The last thought decides our next destination. You may be going out of the room. You may decide, I will do this, I will do that. And while going, the last thought, I have not gone to bathroom. Straight away you go to first bathroom and then anywhere else. Therefore, this soul is born again and again, born, dies, born, dies. So this soul is something which is other than the body. But what is that soul? They never tell. On the basis of this, two schools of thoughts have come up. Sankhya, which is a philosophy, Yoga, which is the application of the philosophy. Then Dharma, the religion, where they talk of karma and sin and merit, going to hell and heaven. And then all other religions, they talk about this soul. And then they will quote scriptures. See, it is said in Gita, Mama evamsho jiva loke jiva bhutas sanatanaha manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Soul is a part of the infinite Lord. In Upanishad, we come across mantras where it is said, just like from the configuration of the fire, when there is a huge fire, small sparks of fire come out. In the same manner, from that infinite Lord, the sparks of life have come out, and these sparks of life are the souls. And then the story begins. And once you accept this principle, you are booked forever. This principle is like if you take Patanjali's Yoga Darshan. Their liberation is of the Prakriti, not of the Purusha. Prakriti, the matter, has undergone so much modification. When the matter is totally freed from the modification, that is called as liberation or the Kaivalya. When the mind is as pure as the absolute reality, then the mind is liberated. Absolute reality need not be liberated. It is already liberated. So according to them, per head there is one soul. And then they give the argument. If I have studied Bhagavad Gita, then only I will have knowledge. How can everybody have knowledge? Because we are separate. If I am liberated, how can everybody be liberated? Everybody will have their own liberation. This is the theory of liberation among the Sankhyas, the Yogis and everybody. But this is not acceptable because who is this soul? That they don't talk about. See, when a glass is, now I am explaining you what is the soul, what is the jiva. If you understand this, most of your problems of spiritual sadhana will be dissolved. Like going to hell, heaven, everything we are sorted out. Now, when this glass is created out of clay, nobody pours space inside. And the inside space is useful for carrying the water from one place to another place. Because it is useful, it is not real. Because when the glass breaks, what happens to the glass space? Nothing. See, in the same manner, through any conditioning of the body is created, and where is the glass created? Glass is also created in the space. Even the walls of the glass are also in the space. In the same manner, in the absolute reality, These small, small things cannot be real, they can be only imaginary. Like the glass space is imagined with reference to the total space. So if there are 100 glasses, there will be 100 glass spaces. So should we say that in the total space 100 glass spaces are added? No. See. Therefore, whether the body of the glass, walls of the glass are there or not, nothing happens to the space. When the glass is round, the space appears to be round, but it is not. When the glass is crooked, the space appears to be crooked, but it is not. In the same manner, when it is a human form, it appears as if the reality is human. When it is an animal form, it appears as if the reality is animal. But no, the consciousness is the same. Like electrical energy is the same, we don't say it is the old communist electricity. After unification of the two Germanies, now we don't have those two types of electricities. Earlier we used to have two electricities, communist electricity and democratic electricity. No. American electricity and Indian electricity. No. It is the same power. Differences are in the gadgets, bulb or the fan or the heater, etc. In the same manner, it is one consciousness which is expressing through different bodies as mind, and the mind enlivens those bodies, and that is what we call as expression of life. So when we switch off a bulb, where the light goes, is it a loss to electricity? Is it a loss to the bulb? In the same manner, when I die here, what exactly has happened? Consciousness is no more able to express through this body as mind, and then we call this body as dead. See, when one glass is broken, so the glass space is released, then the second glass is prepared. So do you mean that earlier glass space has come and gone to in this glass? Think. There is but one absolute reality, and everything is only an expression of that divine principle. He who is abiding in this absolute consciousness, for him there is no sense of otherness. Ocean cannot have biasness towards the different waves. Ocean will not say, I never liked that, tsunami. Ocean never says, I like the small little ripple, so sweet, cute, children can play. No. In the same manner, consciousness, whether expressing through a sage, a saint, or consciousness expressing through a terrorist, it is neither pure nor impure. Electrical energy expressing through a cutting instrument, whether that cutting instrument is cutting somebody's throat or cutting somebody's stomach for the operation. If it is cutting somebody's throat to kill in electrocution, it is not committing sin. And successful operation, it is not committing merit. Therefore, we are not satisfied only with this, that you should be good. Then what will happen? Then you will go to heaven. Then what will happen? You will stay there. How long? Till the God wants. So I will be dependent on God. Yes. Then what you have to do? You have to go on applying butter to Him. Oh God, you are great. You are all merciful. You are all wonderful. And we are all fools. Think. Don't be slave even to God. Freedom is the truth. But when we don't have the courage to inquire and discover the truth, such weaklings are collected together in a flock and they are controlled from a distance. Remote control, 2 viruses are put. You know, these days when they want to trace the various kind of fish in the sea, what they do, they catch the big whales and all that, and they put some kind of isotope under their skin, and in their laboratory they can find out where this fellow has gone. In the same manner, in the masses, they inoculate the isotope of guilt and observe. Get out of this wrong notion about our identity. If we have killed somebody in the dream, if I go to the police station and tell, "Sir, please arrest me." Why should we arrest you? We have no place inside the jail. "No, please arrest me. I have committed a murder." Whom did you kill? From your face, it looks you can't kill even a fly. What murder you have committed? "I have really committed my murder." Whom did you kill? "I killed my wife." Kill your wife? When? Where? Last night in the dream. So what the police will say? You are a gentleman, but you have come to a wrong place. Don't come to the police station. Go to the mental hospital. Sin committed in the dream is not punishable in the waking. But when? When you are awakened. In the dream, we never dream it as a dream. There it is so solid real. In the same manner, this waking experience that we are going through, it is so solid real experience. But when we awaken to the absolute consciousness, from that absolute consciousness point of view, there is neither sin nor merit. Because there is nobody there. This absolute reality is the truth. Don't get carried away by those threats. Sin, merit, hell, heaven. Then how do we start? We have done so many bad things. Once I was in Haridwar and we were having a Very great gala time in the river Ganges. If you go to India sometime, you will come to know, in India, rivers are part and parcel of our life. Animals are part and parcel of our life. So, in that holy river Ganges, we were about a dozen or two, made a circle, very cold water, and in the center I used to pull one by one, take a container, a jug, and put on the head of the person, chanting the sacred mantras. Om Sahasrashirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapan Sabhumim Vishvato Vrutva, and that fellow is using, oh, wow, this is very cold water. I am also standing in the cold water. When this was going on, one man was looking from the bank. He said, Swamiji, I have got a question to ask. I said, here also question. Undress and come down. So he immediately changed, and with his underwear he came in the river. He said, Swamiji, I am so much disturbed. Please save me. I have committed such terrible sins. I said, don't tell me your sins. Keep it with you. Do what I am telling you. And then I told him, now remember your sin. I will put your head below the water for half an hour. Your sins will be washed. That time you throw remembered sin through your nostrils. Like that. So we did it 3-4 times. I said, now don't tell me anything. Your sins are washed, go away. And he went away. Somewhere after a few months or so, again he happened to cross me on some airport. Swamiji, do you remember me? I said, no, I don't remember even God. Why I remember you? He said, Swamiji, I don't know how to tell you. Do you remember I have come to Ganges and then you gave bath and yes, I remember, yes. I was that person. I said, okay, that time you were only in your, the underwear. Now you are with the pant, suit and a briefcase. How do I recognize? You remove that, then I can recognize. Then he told me, Swamiji, really, from that day onward, I am feeling so light and so fresh. All my load of sins and guilt, everything is gone. See, if you want to get rid of this load of individuality, there's only one way. Highlight, shift and delete your total past. Don't bring again and again the same old stuff. There is nobody in this world whose past is good. Every past is dead and every dead is bad. It stings. Start living in the utter present. You have conquered the soul. You have transcended the soul. But as if we are short of the miserable memories of this life, therefore Hindus go back in the earlier life. There is a friend of mine, he is a great yogi. He has got many siddhis. Very close friend. Once he went to China and he went to see the zoo. When he saw one lion in a cage, he told those people, I want to go inside and talk to him. So those people said, are you mad or what? Don't worry, nothing will happen to me. They said, no, we can't allow you. He said, I'll just show you, you see, I'll go nearer, don't open the gate. So he went near and through the iron bars, he called that fellow in his language. I think he speaks Hindi. And that lion came and then he was playing with him and he said, open your mouth So the lion opened. Close your mouth, he closed. Sleep, the lion slept. Get up, get up. He said, see, he will not do anything to me. He said, really? Then he went inside. He went inside and comfortably, like, sleeping on a bed together. And everybody was shocked. What happened to this fellow? He said, nothing touches me unless I want. Everything is under my control. He has got those siddhis. So he was telling me, he said, I can know your past lives in 2 seconds, provided you want. I said, I don't want. Why? I said, I am never having past and future. I am the same. Past life, present life, future life, that doesn't belong to me. See? But we get carried away by those things. And this wrong notion that soul is one per head. Then the body dies, the soul leaves, then goes for another shoe. Don't get sold out to this. But when you see miracles, when you see some good powers, then you start thinking, my God, He knows everything like that. So as if the miseries of this world are not enough for us, we borrow the miseries from earlier lives. Never, never accept this even in a dream. As we have to give up the body identification, that much important it is to give up the notion that we are a soul, we are a jiva. When this happens, then alone we are liberated while we are in this body. Therefore, this jiva, the soul, committing sins and committing merits, it is not the truth. The truth is one. Otherwise, if I consider myself to be that I am more powerful than you, what will I like to do? To keep you under my control. Because I versus you. If I have got power to curse you, and you know about it, you will be afraid of me. My God, I think we should not disturb him. If he curses, something bad will happen to me. No. Curses and blessings are possible only when a sense of otherness is valid. In the absolute truth, there is neither curse nor blessing. This is the meaning of the individuality, which is just an appearance on the absolute. उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः. Vimudhananupasshanti. The fools cannot recognize this truth. They are preoccupied with the limitations and relativity. They are preoccupied in sending somebody to hell and somebody to heaven. They cannot understand this truth. Pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Those who have studied, inquired, and had the courage to reject that which is discovered to be wrong. To change one's notions and give them up and live in the light of correct understanding, you require tremendous inner strength. But those who are weaklings, no, I agree, but you know what people will say? People say you are a donkey. Do you agree? See, Upanishad says, Na ayamatma balahine labhyaha. The truth is not for the weaklings and the dropouts and the failures. The truth is only for those who are designed for that. Therefore, Pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Who has gone to hell and who has gone to heaven? Who knows? See? When I was talking to one of my friends, as I told you, if you do this thing, you will go to hell. What about you? You are unlike me. So you will go to heaven? Yes. So if people like you go to heaven, I will never like to go to heaven. It is better to be in the hell, comfortable. See? Therefore, friends, Pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Open up these new gates of wisdom and have the courage to drop what is discovered to be wrong. Don't try to cover it up. Wrong is wrong. Never mind. Drop it totally and start afresh. Pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Those whose eyes of wisdom are open, jnana chakshu, eyes of wisdom. They alone can see this. What? We have never an experience of birth. We have never an experience of change. We have never experienced death. It is birthless, changeless, deathless, continuous, unbroken, conscious existence is not created by sin or merit. It is. In this experience, there is no I versus the world and the God. There is no I versus you. There is no even I. This one consciousness functions through all the bodies. Let the bodies be that of human beings, animals, plants. When the bodies die, nothing happens to consciousness. When the bulb fuses, nothing happens to electricity. Bulb has the shape, size, attributes, colors. Electricity has none. The heater has got different attributes and shapes and properties. Electricity has none. In the same manner, human beings, good, bad, animals, plants, they have attributes and properties. Consciousness has none. In this infinite consciousness, there is nobody. In this experience, both the world and the creator of the world dissolve. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.